So, where's the tour going today? Not very far. As we said, it could be anywhere. But today, we have travelled into the back garden. We are setting up some of the food for the bird feeders. And you can have a look at the battles against the bloody squirrels. But we've got some good stuff going on. Watch some of this. So as you know, we've had lots of problems with the squirrels. Hence, we've got Fort Knox made here. So today is a peanut filling up day. The birds are going nuts for these at the moment. But we've got to keep it all protected because the squirrels and the wood pigeons just decimate all of it. Now that lot will all be gone in a day or so, but it keeps the little bastards at bay. But you have to keep on it. It's a constant battle. But this little baby down here, the bucket, fantastic. Don't buy a 30 quid thing. All right, it's blue, but get a nice dull colour if you want one. Works a treat. 6 quid, perfect. Anyway, MACCA'S tours continue. We'll go around and do some of the others. So this little cherub here, we bought this for photographic reasons, so I've plonked it in front of the conservatory window. But it's taken a while for the birds to come on, but they've started to come on to here now. Fortunately, the squirrels haven't, but I've tried. Whoa, careful with my camera with this wind. What I'll try to do, a little bit of suet pellets, is what they don't like is this. But I've noticed the birds stay off of it a bit. But what I do, it's the old fat cube, but it's full of chili. And they don't like sniffing it. They stay away. You can put chili powder on. So I rub all this fat on the stem whilst keeping an eye that my little flimsy tripod doesn't flip over in this nasty wind. So with that, that's done. We're going to go down to the Pierre de Resistance now. So this has started working too. So, MACCA'S tours, we continue. So, here we go down to a lovely bit of work in the bucket, built up. The idea is that the woodpecker, and I've been watching all the other birds have been coming on here, so you can see, if we just come in here, look, all these holes, fill them up with suet, peanuts, etc, etc, and the birds have come on here. So this is what we're going to be setting up. I've had a bit of a disaster with my remote. Looks like I've left it on and the batteries run out because I'm an idiot. But there you go. This is what the tour's all about. Complete mistakes and cock-ups. It's a bit blowy, so it's a bit wobbly, but what we will do is put the old suet in the holes. And we give them a little squash down because we bought a special tool, a Stanley screwdriver. Just what the doctor ordered. So as I say, some of these we're going to put suet in, some of these I'm going to put peanuts in. And blue tits have been all over this. And obviously you can hear from the noises. Oh, birds, they're everywhere. They're inquisitive. We've got great tits, coal tits, long-tailed tits, nuthatch, and Pierre de Resistance. We've got a pair of gold crests that have appeared in the last week, which is lovely to see and quite exciting, really. Beautiful little birds. We've got a pair of chaffinches. We've got woodpeckers, the greater spotted. There's a female that comes in regularly, which is nice to see. At the end of the summer, we even had a willow warbler. And that was in October, so they're a migratory bird. But it's all good stuff. And we like to help our birds if we can. But it's all down to me doing this photography, which I must admit, having not done any for years, is very, very testing for me, because I am not a very good technical user. But we had a little practice the other day. The pictures were actually okay. They weren't good pictures, but it was in focus, getting to know the camera, and then I shall be doing it a little bit more as we go. Looks like blue tits were taking the peanuts. So I still want the woodpecker to come and get involved. But it's nice to watch. And that is what MACCA'S Tours is all about. We do everything. So, oh, that was windy. Onwards and upwards. But the plan is to somehow get some sort of 400mm lens. I've got a 180 to 600, but there's a definite gap I've noticed from my 250 just to help things along. But if people don't know, this photography gear is bloody expensive. So yeah, just might have to wait a little bit and see what we can come up with. And some people say, oh, you can hire them. Yep, looked at that. Basically, it's sort of more or less 30 to 40 quid a day. Well, unless you've got your plan and you know exactly what's going to happen, it's expensive. Very expensive. So, right. That's enough for that. I've got some chunky red fruit flavoured like cube things. I want to put them on that little table up there, but I'm going to crunch them up. The birds don't seem to peck them too much when they're in a solid block. But long as we can keep them going. And the other thing that's important is make sure if you've got a water feeder station, bath, etc., get the ice out, because they can't drink, can they, the poor little beggars? So that's the garden set up. Bird table, fat block, then your seeds there, down the garden. I've got my branch, and I have already started. I'm going to be putting up a cheap and nasty, but hopefully a clever idea, some sort of hiding conservatory. And I've been waiting for some bits to turn up. But the idea is that that door opens, and I've got to say, it's cold when it opens up, so you've got to put all the clobber on. But when you are in there, it's fine taking the odd picture, but if you have to move about, the birds are flighty. So hopefully, the next time I put a video on of this, you're going to see a very intuitive bird hide. Whoop, whoop. That's MACCA'S tours, early January, feeding the birds.